Welcome to the Nightcap. It's your girl, Carolina Sanchez. And baby, we got a new set. Well, really what we have is a new furniture, all right? We got a lot. We spruced up because tonight's show is all about new beginnings, starting over, you know, getting refreshed. And we're going to start things off with a guy who went to prison, came back out, and now he's hanging out with celebrities, cooking for them, chefing it up. And then we've got one of our favorite guys who actually made national television with me, Dave Lawson, about his retirement. And then we've got the new kids on the block. All right, let's get into it.
Yeah, what's up for a nightcap? Chill, you know, kick back.
All right, let's talk to our very first guest, get to know him a little bit and his new start at life, his new lease. We've got Chef Spice in the building. Welcome, welcome, first timer.
Yes, it's going down, it's going down.
It's going down.
What's the
Okay,
deal?
you've been a chef for 4 years.
4 years.
But you had quite a journey to get there. So tell me a little bit about what landed you in prison.
Okay, so just hanging with the wrong people, trying to make people happy. I was just a kid, I was young. Like, people wanted to be accepted. So we felt like in order to be accepted, you had to like act a certain way or be a certain way or hang with a certain group of people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I wanted to be accepted so bad to the point where like, it led me into being a troublemaker, getting into trouble, doing the things I wasn't supposed to be doing. But it worked out for me as well too, because I was a troublemaker. I was popular. A lot of people knew who I was because of the things I was doing and
What were the
stuff
things you were doing?
you know, it's whole, you know, I guess stealing and, you know.
You guessed stealing, so you
Yeah,
were stealing?
I was stealing. Yeah, and also selling drugs, stuff like that. I probably did everything, honestly, but that's what I got in trouble for.
You got in trouble for both of those things?
Yeah, for both of those things. But
So because you were doing these things, though, people got to know you.
got to know me. Yeah, they knew me.
Did you have a street name?
Yeah, Timbo Slice.
Timbo Slice.
Yeah, it did. And honestly, it's crazy how my chef name jumped into it too, because eventually, I was like the first person of my person out of like my group of people to have a son. Like I said, I was moving fast. Had my son in my senior year of high school, so they started calling me Papa Spice. So Papa Spice been my name before I even was a chef.
Wow.
So it just made sense to like take my street name and make it my chef name, because it's just my background. It's just who I am. You know, it's what made me. You know.
Yeah.
Nah, definitely.
Okay, so you had your first kid in your senior year of high school.
Yeah, 17.
17.
Yep.
And you have 3 kids.
I got
now.
3, all boys.
All boys.
All
Okay,
boys.
so at what point did you end up getting
When my
arrested?
oldest son was 3 or 4, 3 or 4,
Okay.
I caught a home invasion. I was with a couple guys trying to be cool.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was good. Like, I ain't really even need to do that. And the crazy thing is, this lick I wasn't even a part of it. They just brought the stuff to me. And because of my background, it didn't even matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was already, because I already had like a burglary on my record. So it just, you know, just how the cookie crumbled. But
So how long were you put away?
altogether consecutively, like 2.5 years. But when I went to prison, I did 13 months.
13 months.
Yeah, 13 months. It wasn't bad, but it's bad.
It's bad.
A day.
A day is bad.
A day is bad, yeah, but it wasn't, it helped me though, like, cause when you get out of prison, they put you in a program, and it's like, they teach you how to like live life,
Yeah.
like, and not worry about the dumb stuff, like what people think about you, and
Yeah,
like
the labels
what
they
matter.
put on you,
yeah,
the
yeah,
stigmas
how
they
to
put on
dress,
you.
how
Yeah.
to talk, how you walk, and like, I really learned a lot from that. Like, it was
Really?
like, yeah, because like, you never learn those basic little things where I'm from. Like, where I'm from, you don't learn like manners and like, you know what I'm saying? My mom doing her thing, she working, trying to provide for us. So it's hard for her to do everything, and it was just her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we was like doing what we wanted to do. So like, when I was learning these things, like, you know, change your dialogue, change your life, you know, Stop hanging with the certain people. Change your life. Change the music you listen to. Change the way you dress.
Was that what did it for you? Was these classes?
It wasn't even a class. It was jail still too. It's called an intermediate sanction facility. So they send you there after jail to like sanction, like make you cognitive think.
Yeah.
It's like cognitive thinking, like, you know, change the way you talk, change the way you walk, like just the different things you do in order to make you become better. So when I first came home, of course, you know, that was all prison talk. Like, I'm gonna do better, I'm gonna do better. Because when I first came home, I still hit the ground running. I still was doing things I had no business doing.
You shouldn't have done.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was that moment? What was that, you know what, I really do gotta change my ways, I gotta pursue something else?
What was the moment? I honestly, people ask me and I really don't know the moment. I just got tired of it. I was just like, man, this not me. This not me. Like, what y'all doing right here, I'm not feeling this. Like, you know, I'm not into this. And my first business venture when I first came home, I was with this African guy, one of my homies' friends. We got together, put some money together, and we did a limousine business. Of course, that flopped. Can't do business with Africans. For anybody out there, I'm just letting y'all know.
That's a wild statement, and that is not supported
that's
by
not
the
supported
nightcap.
by the nightcap.
Okay.
Well, that's just I did a business with him. It just didn't go good. Then I ended up doing a moving company.
Okay.
I did that. It was cool too, but you know, when you start breaking people's stuff and the insurance policy higher, and you working with people that's not paying, and you got to hire staff, it's a lot of stuff going on. And I wasn't in a business field. I never learned any of this. This is literally stuff that I'm jumping into, not knowing nothing. So that flopped. And I worked for restaurant industry for about 8 years now, and I was like, I've been cooking.
Yeah.
Like since you know, I had to cook. Like I got a little brother, you know, it was just us. So I had to make stuff happen. So I was in the restaurant industry and I really liked hospitality. Like I was learning different things, learning how to talk to people instead of saying yes, instead of saying no, saying unfortunately, just little things, the baby stuff. So then I started selling plates. That was my first jump into. Started selling plates, and this was 2021. Started selling plates. It was cool. In the beginning, I was selling like a couple plates, and then it got to a point where I'm selling 50 plates a day, 100 plates a day. So it was killing me. Like I really was like running out of stuff, running out of boxes, running out of this, going to the store 3 or 4 times.
You couldn't meet demand.
I couldn't beat demand. So then eventually I had a homie I grew up with, Be Rich. Like he do that little pyramid scheme stuff, whatever, Primerica. Anyways, long story short, bro called me. He was like, hey man, I got $1,000. I buy the food and I got $1,000. I want you to come cook for 20 of us. And I was like, you gonna give me $1,000 to cook for 20 of y'all? And I barely used to make $1,000 making 50 plates.
Yeah.
Like, so I was busting my ass for hours and not making no money. Like I was making $300, $400, $200. I still got to buy all the stuff. It's just me, and I'm new at it, so I didn't know how to cut corners. And I'm cooking at the house for my family instead of like, you know, cutting corners like any other plate maker would do.
Right.
So he called me and was like, yeah, man, I got $1,000. Come get this money. Whoop, whoop. So I did it. I did a cool little setup. And I was like, man, I think this is where I want to go with it. So I started having friends over, family over, and doing presentations, like practicing, like getting better at my craft, like showing people this, that, and the third. And then I met a chef, Chef Jerome, he in Arizona. Shout out to my boy. I met him randomly, and he called me and was like, man, I got a client out there for you. And when he said client, I'm just thinking of a regular person.
Wait, hold on. Don't even tell us yet. Don't even tell us.
Okay,
All right, you
okay.
stay right there because it's getting hot with Chef Spice. We're going to find out who this client is after the break. You stay right there. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Nightcap. We've been talking about changing your life, new beginnings. I've got Chef Spice, Papa Spice in the building telling us about his story, and we're sipping on some cocktails from the kid. And you know what I'm doing? I'm getting all up in your business, darling, which is what this is. And it's so good.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, it's crazy because it's like sweet in the beginning, then it gets you that kick spice. It's like, oh, I ain't gonna lie, it's perfect. It just remind me of me, sweet and spicy. Real talk.
Okay. All right, so you got a friend, hits you up and says, I got a client for you.
Not even a friend. This is a random chef guy that I met one time, and he told me, he was like, hey, bro, I promise you, if I ever get anything in Houston, I got you. Man, this man literally called me not even 2 weeks later and was like, hey, I got a client out there. And he was like, yeah, man, I'm sure he's an NBA player. Because I don't even watch sports. I know whatever people talk about. I don't watch sports, but he says an NBA player. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I end up talking to his girlfriend. And his girlfriend was like, yeah, this is the address, pull up, da-da-da. This is what he wants today. So I pull up, I get there, and I didn't even know him. I'm looking the man in his face. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm like, man, who is this man? Because I'm like, man, I don't know this guy. So then I seen Porter on his desk, when you first walk in. So I'm like, man, I'm looking up Porter's. I still can't find it. So I called my little brother, and he was like, you said you cooked for a Rockets player. What's the last name? I said, Porter. He was like, Kevin Porter Jr., KPJ. He said, oh, man, you cooking for Scoop. He started going crazy. I'm like, I don't even know this man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That probably works to your benefit, right?
Yeah, it does.
Because
it does.
You treating him like a
it's
regular
nothing,
dude.
bro. And that's why they love me, bro. Like, when I had these clients, they be like, man, bro, you so cool. You're not fanned out. Because I'm not. Because I'm that guy. I don't care about them. I feel like I'm a celebrity. Yeah. So I don't care about.
Lucky Chef Spike.
Yeah, you lucky I'm here. That's how I feel. So when I get in the building, it's nothing. I only probably had like maybe 2 clients that I was like, man, but I wasn't fanned out still. But in my heart, I'm like, wow. Like Jimmy Butler was one of them. I'm like, bro, I'm with buckets. Like I'm with Jimmy Buckets. We talking about Perm, Jimmy Buckets, like that guy. Like I'm like crazy. And then one of my favorite rappers, I cook for Benny the Butcher and Stove God. These are like I listen to these guys still to this day. So I'm like with them. Stove God let me go on stage with him. I'm on stage. It's like crazy. I'm like, bro, this is like so real, impossible.
Bro,
like,
what?
Yeah, so it was amazing. It was amazing. Like I've been put in a lot of different places. DJ EXO, that's another one. EXO think he all that. That's him. Like that's my guy. I grew up with him.
You must be so grateful.
Nah, for sure.
That you took the path that you did.
Nah, definitely, 100%.
And have been able to turn your life around and to be able to give the testament that you're giving now.
Nah, 100%.
Like that's wild. Yeah. People at home are like, what?
Yeah, they probably, and people feel like it's impossible because like I was telling you earlier, like when you grow up in a community like I grew up in, life is limited. Like our parents don't have a lot. We don't see really outside of that. Mm-hmm. So like we're stuck here. So like until you're able to step outside of this little circle realm, you don't understand how big the world is. Like I have friends that never even left Texas, maybe went to Louisiana. Yeah. I just came back from Japan. Like I'm doing stuff like that, and people like, bro, you went to Japan? How? They feel like it's impossible, and I'm like, bro, this is. Hey, just save rent one time. You can go to Japan, bro. Like people don't understand like. All of these things are possible, but they always like so limited because you gotta understand. Remember going to the grocery store with your mom, hey, can I get this candy? No, I don't got no money. You got candy money? Like, so you feel like, oh, this is impossible to have. Like, cause these are like the things that like we were like trained to do kind of sort of in a sense, like be limited, not have a lot. Like, you know, so that's why I kind of made a way so I can have as much as possible.
State of mind.
Yeah, exactly. And because if you learn that, then that's all you know. That's all you're gonna go for. Yeah. But if you learn driven stuff, helping like for instance, like where I grew up at, it's like it's called the International District. I have friends that are from Nigeria, Morocco, El Salvador, Angola. I have a friend from probably 50 different countries. And they're all successful. Yeah. They all super successful. They all doctors, pharmacists, lawyers, because their parents didn't limit them. Right. They showed them like, hey, y'all not supposed to be doing what these people are doing, but I'm gonna show you it's a bigger world out here. And now they all are super successful. It's the people that was like me, that was trying to be cool, trying to figure it out. I'm 33, like some of us 35, almost 40, figuring it out, which is crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love your story.
Nah,
all right,
well,
you stick around. Coming up next, we're bringing Dave Lawson back to the couch because he's got a new beginning of his own, and he's going to share about it. So you stay right there. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Nightcap. We've been talking about starting over, new beginnings, new blessings. And joining us now, we've got Dave Lawson back. Welcome back. Come on, Dave.
Hello.
Okay, we're here to celebrate you, baby. Why? Because you're in retirement.
I'm in retirement.
Woo! Blessings. We starting over.
Starting over. And the crazy thing about it, I'm gonna try not to get emotional, cause
Get emotional.
No,
Come
no,
on.
no, I'm not
Get
gonna do
another
it.
sip. Let's get you crying.
Cause watch this. So first of all, I wanna congratulate this brother on the changes he made in his life.
Come
I was
on.
watching the interview. My house got broken into about 12 years ago. I need to know where you was at that night.
Yeah, I probably was there.
2015. Where the hell were you? Okay. Anyways, but so now I've been at the post office. Those who don't know, 39 years.
Wow.
39 years. I've been delivering mail, running from dogs, doing the whole nine. And now, finally, it's like it's time to walk away. It's time to walk away. So my last day was yesterday.
Baby.
I delivered my
Come
last
on, your last parcel.
check.
Yes.
Yeah, yesterday, and now I can kick it to my company 100%.
Yes.
Which I'm really excited about.
Listen, you are one of my, when we started this show, like we really heavily depended on comedians on this couch. I mean, shout out to the comedians of Houston. You guys bring a wonderful flavor and a fresh perspective, a funny perspective every time we have any topic. But you are one of my favorites who comes
Thank you.
on because
Thank
you
you.
are very witty, you're quick-witted. So I'm so happy that now you have the time to really dedicate to your craft.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. I'm going to be at the Improv this weekend, but that's irrelevant. Shout out to Ben Jackson. He the one who told me about you. Ben Jackson called me and like, Dave, they have a show and you'll be perfect for it. And I called your producer and I've been coming ever since.
Yes.
But I love this show. I love this show.
Thank you. All right, so I mean, you're gonna have a lot of free time now.
Yeah. So
what are you gonna do? What is this new start of life for you? Because this is a new
so
era.
Here's the problem. Okay, so I thought my wife would give me
Not the wife again. You know we went viral already.
Yeah,
you talking about your wife.
Let me tell you, someone needs to reel her in.
Okay.
Because I just retired yesterday.
Yeah.
So she comes to me this morning, and I'm off. I'm laying in bed. Hey, we really need to talk about what's going to be the process of you being off. How we're going to work this out. I'm like, well, let's start with nothing. Let's start with I do nothing. let me do nothing for 2 or 3 weeks. Then we'll come to this here. Already, she's got the honeydew list
The honeydew
out.
list.
And yeah, it's really strange.
You're like, actually, post office, you need me to do another delivery.
Yeah. Yeah, I got some mail to drop off because she's not paying. At least I'm getting paid at the post office. Everything you do at the house for the honeydew list is free. It's free.
I mean, she might have a little flashback, no?
Well,
a little flashback, pay you in flashbacks?
We're not going there. I'm not gonna let you
I'm
bait me. I'm not gonna let you bait me. That's another show. But so I'm gonna have to finagle my way around her expectations. I can see there's gonna be many. So I'm finna start trying to get in the gym. And we always say that, right? Everyone says that, even if they're not retiring, even if it's the new year. Oh, I'm gonna get back in the gym, I'm gonna do this here. So I'm gonna try to stay busy, but it is a time to be new. Watch this here, like this little outfit I got on, right?
Come on.
I typically would have wore a white shirt,
You would have.
right? But I put the black shirt on, which still would have went well, but them little white, see the little white line? I think I'm out of line for putting that on like that.
Why?
I don't know.
What do we think? We think he look good?
Yeah, you straight.
He
looks good.
Because
I can't hear you.
I was,
He look good,
I'm
right?
decent.
Yeah.
Because I thought I did something wrong, but I said, you know what, new beginnings, hell with this.
Hell, the new fashion choices.
Okay, so I look
Come on.
decent. Okay.
Yeah, look.
All right, that's all I
Papa
need.
Spot,
I'm a
the
fashion
cosign
guy.
right there.
Okay, yes. Because I was thinking, okay, that's kind of plaid and this kind of, okay, I'm okay though. I'm good.
Yeah, so it's time to try all the new things.
Try all the new things and don't care.
Yeah.
Because I like I say, and watch this here. I'm approaching 60 years old.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm approaching 60 years old.
so you retired before 65?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I love that.
I told myself, because me and another coworker was looking at some of the people at the post office.
Yeah.
And they were looking like they was zombies. Because what happens at the post office, they try to make all this overtime money, but your body is breaking down over the years, and they still in there 65 trying to carry 2 routes, and it's one of those jobs where it breaks you down little by little because you're doing repetitive things. So
Right.
next thing you know, you got the little thing on arthritis, you got your neck, it's all type of stuff. So what I made a promise to myself that I'm gonna walk out. I'm not gonna limp out.
You ain't limping out.
I'm not limping out of here. I'm walking away. And that's what I did. I stuck to my word. Yeah.
Okay, so do you feel like retirement, especially at 60, That's still so young. Like, do you feel like it's a new lease on life? Like you can really write a whole new,
Well, the thing is,
new book, not a new chapter, but a whole new book.
I don't know about the book, but definitely 4 chapters.
Four chapters.
Let's go 4 chapters.
Oh, okay.
Some people say 4, but I say 4 chapters.
I got it.
So I really feel like, first of all, I feel relieved, honestly. I feel relieved. But then there's another pressure. There's another pressure to hit you and say, because I have 3 boys. Like, well, man, got 3 boys. I got 3 boys. So you're still thinking, okay, I got to make sure they're right. I don't want to leave too early. And then but once they start breaking down your pension check and how much you're going to get, you're like, I can do this. I can do this. I'm out of here. So, in long as I can let my wife, because watch this here, okay? Because my insurance been on me this entire time, right?
Yeah, now it's on her.
She don't want it on her. Is this not crazy? I don't know if you understand this shit. Check this out. A lot of people that's not about to retire don't know what I'm talking about. When you get ready to retire, let's say the insurance been on you the entire time. Well, now that's gonna go away unless you make a deal. So I told my wife, I said, hey, babe, why don't you take over the insurance now for the family?
Yeah.
Ooh, that seems like a bit much for me to do. But I've been doing it since we've been together. So baby, I still love you. Don't wear the camera in. I love you. But stuff like that has to be worked out. It has to be worked out because it'll still put pressure on you.
Yeah.
The man. So I still have that little pressure, but I know I'm going to do well with my comedy.
You're going to be all right.
Exactly. I know I'm going to do well with everything.
All right. We're out of time. So each of you, like for somebody who's scared to start over, who's scared to leave the comfort of knowing the people you're with and trying to impress others and pursuing something that's better for you, what do you have to say to them?
Oh, okay, I go first.
Eldest first.
There you go. Honestly, you'll hear a lot of people say, "Oh, you just got to jump. You got to take a leap of faith. You got to." I agree with that in certain situations, but there's people who, okay, like comedians say, "I went to LA and I made it big," but they don't tell you about the other 1,000 that lived in their car and didn't make it big. So sometimes you got to make some decisions based on what's going on with you.
Yeah.
What worked for Billy Bob may not work for you. So I don't get caught up in that, oh, you got to jump and take a leap of faith and try it out. Sometimes I'm like, okay, but I got a for sure thing right here. What they say, a bird in the hand beat 2 in the bush. Mm-hmm. You may have some regrets later to maybe I should have did that and I didn't do that. But that's life.
Yeah.
That's life. I'm happy I did what I did. I'm secured. I got a big house, everything you would
do
want.
what's best for you.
Do what's best for you. Don't get caught up in what everyone thinks is best for everyone, because it don't work for everyone.
Right.
Yeah.
And to piggyback off that, I really just feel like you really got to be uncomfortable. Like, uncomfortability is like the best way for growth. Like, if you don't have no pressure behind you, you're not gonna want to grow. Like, if it's nothing pushing you to want to be better, like, you just gonna, like, you have to jump out of your comfort zone. So I kind of agree with what you said, but I kind of don't too, because you do got to kind of jump out of it, because if you don't jump out of it, you go forever stay. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, this works for, change is inevitable. Like, it's going to happen, inevitable. It's going to happen regardless. Like, in life, like, one day my foot might not work. I'm going to have to figure it out. Like, like, it's inevitable. So you have to do the things that you need to do in order
to grow.
To grow, exactly. So like for instance, like even right now, I'm still going through change. I was in a relationship for 9 years. Like, I left that, and it was the hardest thing. That was really the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. But I had to do it, or I would not grow. I was gonna be stagnant, unhappy, depressed, and I see so many men doing that. It's another topic, but
oh, baby,
like,
you'll come back for that episode.
You really have to understand and set the boundaries for yourself, not for everybody else. People see social media and be like, oh, this man got a plane, I'm flying the plane too, or this person. No, you set your boundaries for you and what you have going on, and everything else around you just go come. Like, and I'm walking, speaking truth of it. Like, I made the boundaries, I said it, I manifested it, and my life is going exactly the way that I said it would go. For being uncomfortable.
Let me say something real quick before you go. based on what he's saying. And I'm gonna give you a prime example about me. What I meant. Like when they asked me to move to LA 25 years ago when I started doing comedy, they asked me, "You funny? You got it. You got what it takes. Move to LA." Well, if I was working at McDonald's, let's go. But I had a job making $50,000 a year, and they were saying, "Quit your job, go be roommates." You know what I'm saying? Take this leap of faith on your talent. I'm like, no, I'm good where I'm at because that means starting over, and I'm not prepared to do that. And I remember telling the guy, had you asked me this 2 years ago when I was working at Piccadilly as a busboy, then I'd have been gone. But I'm not finna leave a good situation I got, and that's all I mean by not leaping when you know things are
like
going
sometimes
well.
being secure and knowing what you need for you and your family is
Means
more
everything.
important than being in discomfort. I mean, everybody's journey is everyone's journey.
Everybody did journey. Yeah, definitely.
But cheers to y'all. I mean, I love y'all's new beginnings. Thank you for coming on and sharing.
Who?
All right, we're gonna get a little bit more because we heading behind the bar to the Kid. There's actually a new neighborhood bar in the Heights. So let's check it out after the break. Welcome back to the Nightcap. I'm behind the bar now because there's a new bar in the Heights. It's called the Kid. And you know what it is? It's time to do what?
Back that glass up.
Yes, yes, yes. It's called the Kid and it's in the Heights. I've got Cass, a bartender there, and I've got the owner, Asa Hanrahan. Oh, I got it. Bam. All right, listen, hull up in your business. Fellas, did we love that drink or did we love that drink?
Oh yeah, it was fire.
Fire. All right, so what is in it, Cass?
All right, so let's get all up in that business.
Yes.
So you're talking about new starts, something super refreshing for that summer.
With a kick.
With a kick, yes, yeah, because we're the Kid here. We don't play, but we got a couple cucumbers here, some jalapenos. We're gonna do a little ounce and a spritz of some lime juice.
And it's got Tito's and what else? That's a little something.
Little spritz of that lime juice, and then this will be our house-made simple syrup over here.
Oh, house
Gonna
made.
do another ounce of that here for you.
Nice.
That's that little sweet part for you.
All right, well, she shakes it up, Asa. Tell me a little bit about the Kid. What's the vibe you're bringing to the Heights?
You know, it's dark. I like dark bars. We wanted something for adults, even though it's called the Kid. So it's a place you want to go on a date. We got darts, we got pool, we got the bombest food you've ever had. I swear the burgers look amazing when you show up. The cocktail list is out of this world. I'm very impressed with what we're doing. If you're looking for a date spot in the Heights or the area, this is the only place you want to go.
All right, I can actually vouch for
You
y'all.
can.
I
Love
can
it.
vouch for y'all. I have been, even though they're having their grand opening soon. Baby, the burgers. I wasn't ready. You know, especially at a bar, you never know what the food is. The food is typically wings, but the burger.
Yeah.
Baby, listen, if you want to have a good time and have a nice little intimate night out, the kid is the place to go.
I love it.
But I hear that we got to play you in darts.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at darts. Anybody wants to come get a free lesson from me? I'm there a lot.
Oh, a
I'll show you how to
lesson.
play, and I'll probably take some of your pride with you. So.
Wow!
I know, I'm pretty good.
Wow, okay.
I'm playing a lot.
Have you played them?
I have not. I'm too scared.
She
Oh,
definitely-
you've seen them. You've seen them.
I've seen it. I watch from behind the bar. I watch it.
All right, now, I see Papa Spice and Dave coming up because they want their refills, Cass.
Oh,
All right,
awesome.
Yeah.
what's your favorite items on the menu?
I mean, that is one of my favorite cocktails on the menu, and then you already had my favorite burger, but the Royale with cheese.
That Royale with cheese.
Every day. That's what I get. That's my go-to.
I love it. All right, to the new bar, the Kid, and to new beginnings. All right, you can start over in your life however you want, whenever you want. You just got to do it, right? A little bit of discomfort, a little bit of planning, and you can do it, right?
For real.
All right, cheers to you. Starting new.
I need a refill.
All right, leads us to a new cocktail.